time for Flower Hour with your hosts, David Gborie and Giulia Rozzi.
Hello and welcome to Flower Hour, the show about how to improve your life with the weed and how to improve the weed in your life. I am one of your hosts, Giulia Rozzi.
And I'm your other host, David Gborie, continuing the laugh from the intro.
We were really laughing.
That was an honest laugh. Usually I fake it, but for you it's always real, Giulia. Guys,
same.
We took some, I know, we have a very good chemistry. We took some time off, we traveled, we got tans, we got a new lease on life, we got a new name. We have maybe new people watching us, so we're gonna talk about ourselves. Now, obviously, everyone knows that I hate talking about how great I am. So, Giulia, can you describe to our new followers how great I am?
Oh, yeah. Okay, so I would describe David Gborie as lovable, safe. I feel very safe when I'm with you. I feel very understood. You're sensitive. Yeah, you're sensitive. You're hilarious. Great pearly whites. What a smile. And you're 20 feet tall, size 10,000 shoe, and David's single. And I'm gonna find him a wife. And you're a weirdo in like the best way possible. How would you describe me?
That last one hurt. I don't know why.
Really?
But it hurt. No, it was good. It was good. I'm kidding. Water off a duck's back. This is the charisma they come for. No, Giulia, you are so fun and so smart about being fun and responsible about living a great life. And I appreciate that about you. And it's fun to come to work with you every day.
Oh, that was shorter than my description, but
was it?
Cool.
I don't know. I didn't call you a fucking freak, so
I would have taken it as a compliment.
Guys, me and this fucking freak are streaming now on YouTube and also on Twitch, which is awesome. We're very excited about it. Coming out of the gate hot with a Twitch poll. This is our first of many, and for our first Twitch poll, what I want to know is, everybody knows I am a fashionista, man about town. I'm a huge Crocs guy. I think that they're making major waves in the world of fashion. I can't believe I just said that. So, the first poll that we have, if you love Crocs as much as I do, vote 1 into the chat. If you're Croc curious, vote 2. And if you're Croc furious, vote 3. 2 Croc, 2 furious, 2 Croc for ya. I'm sorry. But yeah, so there's no such thing as Croc. Yeah, I took it. Anytime somebody says furious, it makes me think of Vin Diesel, which is a problem, right? Yeah.
That's fine.
Well, it's fine. It's cute. There's no such thing as a Crocs hater, just people who haven't worn Crocs yet. And I convinced you, right, Giulia? You love Crocs now because of me.
Oh my God. I never thought it would happen. I was totally Croc furious. And then now I wear mine all the time. Well, that's not true. Just in the backyard and sometimes to walk the dog. Not like really in public. But Crocs does not sponsor us. And yet we are obsessed.
Guess what, sister?
Give it up. This is what happens when you go past the age of 30 and host a weed show.
It's just all about comfortable footwear. We also have a Twitch subscriber goal, but we don't want to be too forward, too fast. Guys, click and subscribe at your leisure. We're going to be around here. If you're YouTube, smash that sub. We're almost at 420. I think that's pretty cool. I don't know how you guys feel. So, get us up to 420. Let's make that happen. We'll get high. It'll be cool.
Let us stay on brand. David, it's our first show of the new year. Happy New Year to you and your loved ones. To celebrate, I think that we should share our weed-related New Year's resolutions. I assume you have some.
Yeah, of course. And these aren't like normal hacky like resolutions like I'm going to go to the gym. I'm going to get a new job and improve my life. These are weed resolutions that are actually going to help you, hopefully. And our resolutions this year are, they're all weed resolutions. Giulia, why did I say your name like that? I didn't like that. Giulia? All right. Giulia, please share your first weed resolution.
Okay, so my first weed New Year's resolution, this is the year of the weed mom. I'm going to declare it. I'm going to raise weed mom awareness. You know, there's all these bitches talking about their mommy wine time, and that's fine, but I'm coming for you. You know, I want the same rights that you have, okay? Sign my petition online. That's gonna go nowhere. You know, I wanna be high at Target, and I wanna see a Driftwood sign. You know, if I see one that says "Moms are like wine, they better with age," I would like to also see maybe a weed sign. You know what I mean? Weed people should get some dumb signs. I want to be shopping and I want to impulse buy a sign that says "Mama's joint, what you ganja do?" Right? Just a nice. There's the traditional one.
I hate that.
And now here's mine. Mama's joint, what you ganja do? I see this one above my stove. You know, I'm wearing a chef hat in front of it. I'm making eggs. Everyone's invited.
Can
I want to see.
Can I pitch one for you? Bad boys.
Sure.
What you ganja do?
That one goes in the man cave, the dad den.
That's fair.
We're really gonna go hard on the cheesiness. I want to also see. How about a sign that says, you know, that there's those ones that say it's wine o'clock somewhere. How about it's bong o'clock right here? You got to do it with an Italian twang at the end of it. You know.
Are you Italian?
You know it. And you know, how about another one? Like, how about a live, laugh? Did I already say live? I'm so high. That one. I think that one could be a real hit. Live, laugh. Did I say live? I'm so high. For the people in the back who didn't hear it.
Here's the thing. If you put it on Driftwood, it's automatically inspirational. So I think that could all work.
Yeah.
Oh, they give you the crickets. Did you hear that?
That was the show or the Twitch people?
I think that was the show. That was Wowee HQ.
Well, the writer who wrote that line should feel bad.
Damn! My weed New Year's resolution, not at all Driftwood related. I want to start getting to know my bud tenders better. Like, because I feel like they bring me so much joy, and I don't know anything about them. So, hey, if you work at the dispensary around the corner from me, get ready. I'm coming for DOBs. I'm coming for grandma's names. I'm coming for recreational activities. You go to your bocce ball tournament in the park on a Wednesday. Who's there? David Gborie. There to support you. They bring so much joy to my life.
That's going
I just want to be able to reciprocate.
Stalker territory, but I'm down. That's very sweet.
Is it? The line is thin between stalker and great friend.
That is true. The internet has really created a thin line. I mean, here we are having people comment to us.
Yeah,
anywho, number three. This is something I actually started doing right before the new year, and I'm carrying it into the new year. I'm gonna be committed. I started keeping. I'm gonna be journaling more, but like weed journaling. Now, this is my weed journal. It's very sparkly, and I don't mean like get high and journal, which is totally fine. I do that too. But I mean I'm keeping a journal of the flour I ingest, how much of it I have, how I ingest it, how it makes me feel. You know, like, is it, wow, 3 hits of this and I wrote a screenplay, 4 hits of this and I passed out. Should have stopped at 3. Famous last words, should have stopped at 3. So that's what I'm doing, because everyone has different chemistry. Do you know what I mean? So like my dosage might not be right for you. And so I want to like experiment. I'm really trying to get better about like weed as medicine. And so what is the right dosage for me? So yeah, self-care.
See, I like that. I also like your journal. Yeah. Very Lisa Frank. Is that timely? Do people remember Lisa Frank?
I remember Lisa Frank. Yeah, it's just like all glittery.
I have a lack of.
There we go. That's what I wanted.
There
What I was
we
looking
go.
for.
So my last resolution for this year is like I've always been a big marijuana flower connoisseur. Obviously not going to change, but I want to step out. I want to try all the weeds. I want to try like, those THC patches. I want to do more edibles. Maybe if they have some kind of nasal sprays, I'm into that. Weed suppository. Who knows? It's 2022. Why not? Put it in your butt. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think that's crazy. I will say I'm not trying to have a problem, so like no dabs or anything like that. But everything else, put it up in me. Maybe some kind of balm that I could rub like all over my body. Have you ever balmed?
Great. I've used a cannabis cream for pain.
Yeah.
I don't know. Twitch, YouTube, we want to know your weed New Year's resolutions. Let us know in the chat whether you're on YouTube, Twitch. I guess you could comment on Instagram. I don't know. You could open your window and shout it out, but preferably leave us a comment in the chat so we can read it. We want to be checking. What are your weed New Year's resolutions? And we have an amazing flower hour today. That's a resolution for the day. We're going to have a great show. Open Mike Eagle is here. We have some super fun videos to share. And we're really excited to be co-streaming on YouTube with our good friend, a hashish consultant. I always have a hard time with that word. Hashish consultant, a cannabis cultivator, and an all-around beam of sunlight. Please welcome to the show, the Dank Dutchess. Welcome. Look at those beautiful colors you got going on.
Happy New Year, first of all.
Yes, Happy New Year to you too.
Thank you so
much.
much.
New Year's my birthday.
That's what I heard. How was it?
Yeah, it was great, darling. I'm making the over 40 club look fantastic.
Man, I'm making the 24 and under
you and me
club
both
too.
I know, right, darling? We're keeping it nice and pretty.
Yeah, us 22-year-olds don't know about that. Duchess, we're gonna check back in with you a little later. But before we let you go, do you have a marijuana New Year's resolution you can share with us?
I do have a cannabis New Year's resolution, and this year I'm gonna smoke more hash. More hash.
Wow.
That's it.
Okay.
I love it. I love it.
I mean, yes.
Don't put too much on it.
Look, smoke more hash because you get to this level where hashish becomes quite psychedelic. And if you can't notice, I'm all into the psychedelic. So smoke a little bit more hash. We're going to test the boundaries of this brain this year.
Wow. Okay, we're going to talk to you more about that. No, I might be on board with you for that, and we're going to talk to you more about that a little bit later. We're so excited to see you. We're going to chat some more in a little bit. But for now, wait, I think we have a comment, right?
Do we have a comment?
David, am I wrong? We do.
We do have a comment from Trev L. Steinberg. He says, chat stands for a sparkly journal.
Oh, it was a nice comment. Thank you.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. It brings me so much joy. Glitter brings me joy. Okay. So we're going to come back in a little bit. But first, we have a test drive. This is when a viewer of the show tries out a product and videos themselves with how it made them feel, all their thoughts about it, reports back to us. And today's test drive comes from writer and activist Baya Jimenez.
Hey y'all, my name is Baya Jimenez. I live in Boston, Massachusetts, and I am a cannabis blogger. I've been working in the cannabis industry for the past 2 years. I'm getting ready to wind down for the night. I have my journal, which is a practice that I really enjoy. It's just such an easy way for me to start to wind down for my day and really reflect on what I want to see for my day for tomorrow. I have my candle. As I'm wrapping up my nighttime routine, this is a great way to introduce some restful sleep for your body and just really enjoy all of the benefits of cannabis as well. I really like this Betty's Pledge. So let me bring some attention to it. 100% handcrafted in small batches. So you already know you're gonna get the best flavor and the best product. Thank you to my friends at Wowee for the Bedtime Betties product. I really enjoyed these. The Bedtime Betties also has melatonin, which I really enjoyed because it's already a natural occurring hormone that we produce. I love these because it's a nice thick chewy texture, and this one was the lemon agave, which I really love that flavor. It felt very natural and not too sugary. So thank you again to my friends at Wowee for the Bedtime Betties product. I am a customer for life.
Hell yeah.
I am
You know who else is
so
100% small batch handmade? It was a terrible joke.
You?
It was a me joke.
I liked it.
Thank you. I appreciate it. You're a very good co-host to me. Guys, do you want to do a Wowee test drive? You can hit us up at woweelive.tv/test drive. And while you're at it, like and subscribe to Wowee, your favorite show in the world.
Favorite show. And speaking of favorites, this next guest, he's a favorite of mine. Let's be honest, not a lot of people can pull off hip hop and comedy, you know, like so seamlessly. And there's a lot of, well, we're not going to focus on the negative. We're going to focus on the positive because this next guest, he can pull it off. He's multi-talented. He's an all-around cool guy. Please welcome Open Mike Eagle.
Hi. Hello.
Yeah.
Hello.
How you all doing? I missed it. There was jazz music before. Where did that go? There was fun background jazz music.
I had to put my
unfortunately,
trumpet
it's been
down.
replaced by the
starting.
sound of our voices.
Okay, but I was also enjoying your voices, but then there was this music bed that was making me feel real comfortable.
Yeah.
And I'm
It's
noticing
to let
that it's
our-
not there.
Yeah. It helps our
And
guests
now I'm
kind of
noticing
vibe
it.
out before
There we
they
go.
enter the show. And
Oh, is it just in my
you
ears?
got it back
Is it not?
for him?
Okay. Well, it's just for me. That's
don't hear
weird.
it.
Don't do it if it's just for me. That's
I
that's
can't.
gonna give us a weird experience.
No, we
Wow,
should all
Open
have
Mike
different
Eagle with
genres.
criticism of the show.
I came in thinking I was complimenting it. I didn't realize it was a tailored experience. So that's a different
Well,
thing. That's a different thing.
Luckily, David and I are just the talent and not the production staff.
Well,
so
I can
don't
tell
give a
because they
shit.
have sound cues roasting y'all while the show is going on. I don't know if I've ever experienced that. And it's like the person gets to not be a face or a name. They just get to make sounds of approval or disapproval. What kind? That's a great gig. That's a great gig.
Yeah, no, let's not celebrate it.
Yeah.
It's
And
divisive.
if it makes you feel
over
any
here.
better, later on, we do see the face, and boy, oh boy,
I
do
see.
we have a lot of things to say to it. Yeah. So
Got you. Okay. All right. See, they're just building it up. They're gonna get an earful later.
Well, I'm gonna start in. I have the first question. It's very
Okay.
regimented here. Mike,
like it.
very good to see you. Obviously,
Great to see you too.
Thank you. I was gonna say, unfortunately, the last time that we had pledged to see each other, we were both in Seattle, and
Yeah, and
we
we
both
were
were
both-
old and
yeah.
washed, and went
Yeah,
home.
I
to go to
think
sleep
we
after our shows.
politely lied to each other in DMs or something about how we were gonna
It was very sweet.
try to. Yeah, but it's what old people do. It's like, yeah, let's do that, and then not do it.
Yeah. No, I went to sleep I was out by 11. So here's my question. Do you want to address these allegations of you being old and washed, or should we just have a moment of silence for our lost youth?
I mean, I am officially over 40, so I have nightmare conversations with myself daily for the past couple of years. There's nothing that could be said here that's worse than what I say to myself.
Oh, wow. I don't
Nothing
understand because I'm 22.
That's great. I remember that.
No,
I remember
I'm
being-
34.
To be 22, David Gborie.
22 was stupid
Well-
anyway. 22 was stupid.
Exactly.
Unless you're 22 and watching this show, then we love you.
I don't love you.
We are
They love you. I don't love you.
I don't know that we've ever met in real life. I know you've met my
I don't think so.
husband. We know each other. We know of each
We're-
other, I believe.
We have
Here
we
are.
have
We're
Venn
making it
diagrams.
happen.
Yeah.
We have Venn diagrams. So we are a weed show, and my question for you is, where does weed fit into your day-to-day life?
It usually fits in like late at night, like after my kid goes to sleep. You know, I do a lot of like real hardcore nighttime weeding when I'm at home because I tend to, you know, have a lot to do during the day, and if I'm high, I won't do any of it. Or if I do try to do something productive while I'm high, I end up having to do it again the next day, not high, because I made a bunch of weird decisions.
Yeah, 100%. Too many exclamation points in emails, things like that.
Yes,
You feel that way
very
too,
odd
David?
emails.
Yeah, I feel like certain things I can get high for if it's like conversation based, but if it's very regimented list based stuff, I'm not very good at it. Like emails, where it's just like I want to be funny when I'm sending an email to like my accountant or something, and nobody appreciates that. Does that make sense?
If I have to do like real work, yeah, like business, no. But if I'm just
Yeah.
like brainstorming or like organizing a closet, love it.
Yeah,
Yes.
stuff I can do with my hands like that is great. Like organizing is fantastic, but emailing is specifically one of the worst things because I want to be so hyper specific about whatever it is that I'm thinking that it suddenly I don't know what words mean anymore. It gets really
Yeah.
bad really quick.
And then you're like, is it Robin's egg blue or is it like Blue Jay blue? You know what I mean? Like it's
Yeah.
just
Yeah, and then do I sign off? Do I sign off with a name? Are we past that point? Is it already more familiar? You know, like
do I say
of the-
cheers?
Yeah, cheers?
Do I say
Maybe I
cheers?
should try cheers.
I don't know. Sincerely?
Thank you.
Cheers sincerely? Sincerely cheers,
Sincerely is
David
weird.
Boyd, I think. Is sincerely
Sincerely
weirder
cheers?
than cheers?
Sincerely sounds
It depends who I'm
automatically
emailing.
passive aggressive.
It does, right? Also,
Sounds
like
like I'm
best.
asking for
best.
money.
Yeah, best sounds passive aggressive too to me.
The
Like,
worst
oh,
is
best.
when you get an email that's like, yeah, we're going to pass on this for now, but best lady
Yeah,
in
no.
charge.
I would rather
That's foul.
they
That's
want
foul.
you,
That's foul.
man.
I think they agree with me. I think the wah-wah was like, that hurts.
I think they should add some positive noises to this soundboard. I think they need to
Right?
the positive. Okay, all right.
Money.
That's a good one. Do we have a giddy up? Can I ask for that? Is that positive? They hit me with the buzzer. All right. Well, fuck you guys. Listen, Mike. More importantly, don't worry about what these sounds think of us. We're our own people, and we
This
don't
is
need their
true.
judgment.
I need to be reminded
you
of
were-
that. You're right.
You work with Smarty Plants, where you claim to include knowledge in every jar. My question for you: how does the knowledge get in the jar?
It's printed on. It's printed on the jar. Is the technical way that the knowledge gets in the jar. I guess that's just not as cool as saying it's knowledge in every jar though, because it's not actually
I
in
was
it. It's
hope-
on it.
Oh, I was hoping it was like an infusion process.
Oh gosh, I wish that I had the fortitude and talent to make up something really quickly about how it was infused, but I didn't, and so I told the truth. And the truth is, it's a QR code, just like everything else in life right now.
Your first life is all
All right.
just a series of QR codes and
Oh,
product
man.
lies.
There it is.
That's the future. So what do you want the public to know most about Smarty Plants, other than the QR code?
That I think the cool thing about them is that like them as a brand, they're into cool shit. Like they're into good music and good comedy, and we like do events and like there's trivia like every day on their Instagram and stuff like. And I think it's like it gives you like cool, I won't say stuff to do while you're high, but it's like if you like to chew on stuff, if your brain gets too active, like you can just like go to their website and get some weird stuff to think about that won't make your mind fold in on itself. It's just like, it's fun. It's fun, brainy, cerebral, lovable, and weird shit like you described David earlier.
See?
Thank you.
Weird is a compliment.
I'm coming around on it. I'm coming around on it. I'm coming around on it. Listen, I saw online you're into Wordles, and a lot of people are into Wordles. And my question is, what the fuck is Wordles?
Wordle
it just started yesterday. Yeah.
It's great. It's a puzzle game that you play once a day, and it was engineered by this guy. He made it for his partner because his partner loves word games, and you get 6 tries. Is it 6 tries or 7 tries to guess what the word of the day is, and if you get letters corrected in correct places, it tells you. So each guess kind of gives you more information about what the word is, and you try to get it as quick as you can in as many tries as few tries as you can.
I will say I do wish there was an app for it instead of having to go to the website, and also I do fear that someone's going to come up with an app for it and steal this game from this guy.
Oh, so many people are already stealing it. There's already a site called Wordle without the E where you can just play it as many times as you want all day long. Like they're already bastardizing it. It's already over. I think people are going to be loyal to the original because he got the New York Times profile that was really humanizing and lovely. So now people are going to associate this game with a human. So they're not going to want to accept substitutes. But the bastards are already out there. They're already out there doing it.
I will say though, the instructions were very unclear when I first opened it. That I had to call my sister and she had to stay on the phone with me while I first started playing, like tech support. And she's like, I'm here for you. And then I started getting nervous because she's like waiting. And then I was like, can I hang up now? I get it. And she's like, oh yeah, sorry.
That's so funny.
But I'm about like a 3-try average. What's yours? Not to brag.
I probably get it on the 4th if there's an average. I probably get it on the 4th try usually. I think 3 is the earliest I've ever gotten it. Yeah, well, yeah. Looks like you're better than me. I can admit it. It's okay. My ego has already been smashed to bits.
Yeah, no, I do word games too.
Should we finish the game we were playing on the screen?
Oh, were we? Okay.
Or are we gonna ruin it for people watching who haven't played today's?
Well, this isn't today's, is it? Is this today's?
Bad idea.
Yeah, if it's today's, we shouldn't do it.
I don't know. Oh,
I don't think we should do it if
no,
it's today.
Clear it.
Yeah.
Clear it. No, we're going to ruin it because there's only one. It's one answer for
one
everyone.
word a day, yeah.
One word a day. Okay,
I
this
thought
is a
it was
very
fake.
important question. I'm going to shift gears.
Mm-hmm.
You thought it was trying to steal your brain.
That-
Okay, rank the following in order from least to most awesome. Tattoos, haircuts, gold chains, anime.
I see what you did there. I guess is and the scale is least awesome. Is that what it was?
Most awesome to least awesome. Again, it's tattoos, haircuts, gold chains, anime. For those of you who don't know,
rough.
those choices were The Hook, to Open Mike Eagle's song Sweatpants Spider-Man, which we're playing with the sound off so YouTube doesn't flag us.
Good job. That's great.
So
hey, there's a
trouble.
video. There we
Yep.
go. There we go. Sweatpants Spider-Man, in effect. And so, yeah, this is a song about my midlife crisis. And that's all the stuff that I was doing when I realized that I was having one, was getting tattoos, new haircuts, gold chains, and watching too much anime. So I would say the best is anime, because there's so many different kinds of it. And so I think there's just more variety of experience to be had, and that's dope. And that takes the longest. It takes the most human effort, probably. Anime, and then I would say haircuts, probably. Wait a minute, haircuts and tattoos have to be tied. No, that's not true. Tattoos have to be better than haircuts. Except I have more fun watching haircuts on YouTube than I do watching tattooing on YouTube. So I guess it just depends on what you're into it for. So I'm gonna say anime most, tattoos ahead of haircuts by just a smidge, and then gold chains being the least because you just go somewhere and buy them and wear them. It's just it's not interactive.
Disagree. I'm gold chains first.
Gotcha.
Oh, Italian.
I
You
just
said
throw
it
that
first,
in
so it's
there.
okay.
Gold chains, tattoos, haircuts, anime.
Oh my god, they got
Thank you so much.
the little Starburns guy in there too.
I
No,
mean,
that's not Starburns.
can I
To each his own.
can I do mine?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
I think so.
I'm going haircuts. Anime gold chains tattoos.
Interesting.
Look at us.
Yeah.
Look at us, a cornucopia of different opinions.
I love this. This is very
Love
democratic.
it. I feel like
I like
yeah,
it.
we're a good focus group. We'd be a good focus group selection.
No
Fair.
filibuster necessary.
That's all we ever wanted over here. I have a question. You've been known to use comic books as self-care. What emotions did you unlock while reading the Uncanny X-Men number 186, Life Death? Because I have a lot of my own
God.
emotions about the relationship between Aurora and Forge.
So
God, I have no opinion on this.
I'll tell you this. A lot of times reading comic books that were written in the 80s is hard. Because there wasn't a lot of like people reading, right? So they were just kind of doing whatever they wanted a lot of times. The art typically wasn't that great, you know, and it was just a lot of like a lot of dudes writing for dudes stuff, which can get real dicey. But that damn comic book, that issue with Forge and Aurora, it's like this really awesome like romance story where like
It's so beautiful.
Okay, so you got one guy who his powers he can invent anything, and a lady whose powers she can control in the weather, and the whole comic book is just them having dinner in a nice apartment, and it's great. It's really
It's
good.
so, yeah, their relationship, I don't want to geek out too much, but everything they did with Aurora in that era when she was like all punked out and she had the
Yeah.
mohawk and she like didn't want to be the leader of the X-Men, but she was reluctant. Beautiful stuff.
It's great.
How do you feel
Shout
about
out
it?
I am
to
going to
Yeah.
point out at this moment. Well, I'm going to point out at this moment to everyone watching. David is single, and if what he just said warmed your little heart and you're interested in dating David, please reach out to us at Flower Hour. Trying to find this guy love. This is his.
Wait a minute.
Wet boy.
Hey.
I should explain.
What is a wet boy?
Man, this is
Oh,
from last
so-
season.
Yeah, we
I'll-
had a
I'll
little.
explain it.
Yeah, explain it.
I'm very comfortable being wet, and apparently people don't see that as a skill. Like I could just get wet and like go to sleep. Like it's not a. I don't. A lot of people shirk. A lot of people shirk getting wet. Like a lot of people don't want to jump into the pool with their clothes on, or if they're fishing, they don't want to go in and get their pants wet. I'm fine
David.
being wet all
David,
day.
I love you.
Wet
I love
boy
you very
just
much.
got the
And I just want to say
the term wet boy got us a new
it-
follower. I just want to say that.
that's great. That's awesome. And if it's a thing that people can rally behind, I think that's awesome. I just wanted to say, I admire you a lot, right? And I think that your willingness to be wet is quite admirable. I think
Thank you.
calling it a skill is a step too far.
What would you call it?
A preference at
Mike,
best.
Preference?
It's
At
not a
best,
preference.
it's
It's
a
not. I
preference.
would not
It's-
rather be wet. I would not rather be wet. I would not rather be wet.
Okay, that's
I like
actually a
to
good
be
point.
dry. I like to be dry. I'm just saying that I can play an away game every now and again.
I see you're versatile.
Sorry,
and,
you
and
just said it 3 times fast so hard. I don't want to be wet. I don't want to be wet. That means somebody in your past put a bucket of water above a door and you opened the door and the water fell on you as a prank. And to defend yourself against the bullies, you said, I love it. You know what? I'm going to actually go to lunch like this.
This is not a correct assessment of what happened to me in 7th grade.
I think that's what it is. I think you decided you can be wet to protect yourself.
No. This is not me closing up. This is me opening up to a wet world. I am open to the wet world. And this is not a character strike.
Do you think the world is wet in general?
Yeah, it's 70% water, Mike.
World to be
Grow
wet?
up. Yes, it's a wet-ass world. We're just staying dry in it.
My experience of it is pretty dry. Is why, and that kind of makes
Crocs
and
be
too,
thankful
right? Because
for
they're
that.
waterproof. The Crocs are
yes,
waterproof.
Crocs
right?
are waterproof.
So
yeah,
that
you can
makes
also
sense for
eat
you.
them. Most of the world is wet, Mike. Most of the world.
I know, but my experience of it is avoiding wetness usually, like unless it's very specific instances. Like I strongly prefer dry. I have a problem with being wet unexpectedly,
right?
Especially unexpected wetness. I don't like that at all.
No, but if you were to
may.
get unexpectedly, go ahead. I hate that sound effect.
I don't think
It's really bad.
I don't think it's a preference, and I don't think it's a skill. I think it's fine if wet. It's sort of like dishwasher safe.
I think
that's right.
I think that is lower than what this is. Dishwasher safe is just like, I got it at Costco.
I hate to cut this conversation short, but I feel like I'm going to move on to something else because we might attract an interesting audience on Twitch with this conversation, and it may not be
Wet
the
Boys
one
Unite.
that we're hoping for.
Wet boys disband.
Wet boys and wet girls come together.
Wow. See, again,
Wet
the
Nation.
audience that line might attract. Mike. In addition to Wet Davids, we are big fans here of your most recent album, Anime Trauma and Divorce, as you can probably tell. Now, in one song, you discuss that Black Mirror episode, Ruin Your Marriage. Now, without getting too deep, I would love to know which episode it was.
I'm not saying.
What was the trigger? And now now hold on before I look like the bad guy. I wouldn't have asked this, but you did record a song about it and put it out to the public. So
I know, but also I made a pledge to myself and to the world via Twitter that I was never going to tell anybody what the episode was. So I got to stand with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, it's definitely
I
redo.
understand.
Staying with it's come on, that one fucked us all up. I think we can agree on that.
I'll never ever say.
That's the video game one, right?
No.
Oh, which one's
Video
redo was
game
the
one
one.
is Striking Vipers.
Yeah, that's with Daniel Kaluuya, right?
I know it's with that guy Yaya, and Mackie from the Falcon.
Oh, Diaz Mackie. No, that's a comedian. Anthony
The
Mackie.
actor names are
Anthony
not helping me.
I
Yeah,
said Craig Mackie. Flavor in your eerie.
There you go.
Daddy Mac from Crisscross.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
Daddy
Mac
Mac. Yeah, Mig. I blew it. Let's stay with the album and not have me rapping like Crisscross. Let's talk about. I think I listened to this song so many times. Can you talk about the events that led up to 15 feet, 20 feet ocean? Nah.
Okay. I was on a cruise with my I was on a cruise with my family, and we had taken the snorkeling expedition on one of the stops on the cruise, and we thought it was going to be like this really cute snorkeling off the coast of a nice shallow bay. And we got onto a boat with some people who you could tell didn't like having this job, and they took us 30 minutes out into the middle of the ocean and stopped the boat and said, "Y'all snorkel here." And I wasn't ready for that. And I got off the boat in my floaty vest, and I was trying to be brave because my son was scared. So I got into the water, and I'm trying to be cool, but then my body did something. I don't know what exactly it did, but whatever it did, by the time I had turned around to face the boat, the life preserver was already in the air, headed in my direction. They could tell that I was not going to make it. So I grabbed it, and they brought me back on, and then I was alive after that. But also, I had gotten stung by a jellyfish 6 to 7 times in just the moment that I was in the water. And and my son tried to get in, and he also freaked out. And that's when I was doing the land concert on the cruise the next day, me and him decided to make a freestyle song about our experience. And that song was 15, 20 feet ocean. Nah.
Sounds
Well,
like
I
both
have
of
to
you could
ask.
maybe use a little wet experience. No big deal.
Yeah, that was very wet. I couldn't. It was far wetter than my tolerance level.
Okay, but I love that you rapped with your son. I have to ask, what is that like? Because I want to take notes for when my daughter starts to talk better. I mean, she's talking a little bit, but when she can start spitting lyrics.
Well,
and not
well,
just
we
spitting up food.
we inundated him with rap lyrics since he was a very small child. So he's kind of been stewed in rap juice his whole existence. And the funny thing is this: he was around. He was probably, that's disgusting. That sound is just so bad.
I don't like it.
He was around,
And I'm a wet
8 or
boy.
9 he was around 8 or 9 then, I think. And at that time, like, he was very brave, or like he just didn't care about doing things in front of people. Like, we did that in front of a really big crowd. He was just completely with it. Like, he would have kept rapping forever. Now he's 13. He won't do anything in front of people. He's like Michigan J. Frog now. He will not do anything. And so I think the thing to track is for your daughter is her window of exhibitionism. And you want to try to get her to do stuff while she's feeling like she's okay, doing stuff in front of people.
Oh man, that just I feel like that happens to all teens for the most part.
Yeah.
Unless you're like a teen actor.
Yeah.
We've all met those.
Yeah, but they're nuts. Shout out to all the teen actors who follow Wowee, of course. So, Mike, we here at Flower Hour, as everybody knows, keep a very detailed city-based ranking of all hip-hop artists. So we want to know, out of all the Chicago rappers, where do you rank yourself? And we don't need a number as much as, is it above or below Crucial Conflict?
Oh, my God. And my heart. Oh, my God. Okay.
That's a
See,
hard
that's
one.
not fair. Because, look, I think I could probably rap better than 2 of them, right? But all of them could beat me up. So what should I say? You know what I'm saying?
No,
Like,
you don't worry about the beat up.
Why
don't
would
worry
I
about
not?
the
You're
beat
not
up.
going to be there when they try to beat
I am
me
not
up. So
going
I
to
don't
be
know if I
there
could-
to save
See,
you
I
from
can't-
Crucial Conflict. No.
So I can't
No, I
take
would
that
not.
advice from you. I have to think about that instance as well, David. Like, I have to think about my
fair.
safety.
Fair.
So better. I'll
you're
say I'm better
saying-
than
Wow.
half. I'm saying I'm better than half of them.
All right,
Yeah.
pretty good.
Wet boy
Pretty good.
loves to start trouble.
And then run away.
So
Yeah.
run away and slip in a puddle. You can hear his Crocs going squeak, squeak, squeak as he runs away. Whoosh, whoosh.
That's the worst part.
So, I love, real and hypothetical. And I don't know what your love life is looking like right now. If you want, we can also create you a Flower Hour profile. I can try to get you a lover too. Anyways, we haven't done that level of research. Regardless, we would like you, Open Mic Eagle, to play with us a game that we love. It is called Would You Date This Bird? You ready?
Okay. Yeah. And just to say up top, I do have a girlfriend, so all this bird dating is hypothetical.
Hypothetical
Okay,
bird dating.
perfect. We don't want to ruin anyone's
Totally.
relationship.
Right.
And we don't want any birds' feelings to get hurt. Okay, first one. It's a hornbill. Show that pic of the hornbill
Yeah, I need
bird.
to see it because I certainly
up on
don't have
the
a picture in
screen.
my mind of what. Oh, that
yeah.
looks.
Would you
that looks
date this
potentially-
bird? Open Mic
No.
Eagle.
I gotta go with no. That looks potentially painful.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, like I like the
David?
the colors are there. That top thing, that hardened pompadour there, something's gonna get caught
Yeah.
on that.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Yeah, that's the issue. You got to navigate the pompadour. I'm going to say no, but just because I don't have an outfit that is going to equal that when we go out on Saturday, Like we're gonna be at Fuga de Chao. There's gonna be a lot of ex-college athletes, and they're gonna be looking at you, and I'm not gonna have any. I'm gonna be wearing a red shirt. You know what I mean? It's just not gonna work.
Wow. I would absolutely date this bird. It's colorful. I love colors. I feel like we have a lot in common. I haven't gone that wild with my hair color. I was purple for a minute, but that was about it. And I'm going to tell you, on the Instagram results, 63% said they would date this bird. 36% said no.
Amazing.
So,
That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a lot. That's a lot. All right. Let's see. Our next eligible aviary is the secretary bird. Mike, would you date this bird? Giulia, would you date this bird?
Ooh, that bird. That's like I don't know. It's like this is the most elegant struggle bird I've ever seen. I'm gonna have to go with no again, because I can't tell if this bird is supposed to look like that or not, or if there's some level of malnourishment going on. I can't figure it out, and I feel like I'd have to see this bird relative to the rest of the species to really know whether or not this bird was attractive.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay.
That's reasonable. You want to know how that bird stacks up. What about you, Giulia?
I'm going to say no, just because the name, I mean, I love the strut, she's definitely on that boat and working girl, but the secretary bird, I feel like she's got long hours. Her boss, huge dick, makes her stay late to do some filing and organizing that she's way above. And I don't know if I can handle anyone else's baggage right now.
Right. It's enough to drive you crazy if you let it. Yeah.
What about you?
I think that, I don't think so.
God.
I don't think that it's gonna work. The secretary bird just doesn't look very silly, and I'm silly, especially in the morning and late at night. And I don't think that it doesn't seem like she's gonna jive with me making up songs at 7 a.m. about waking up and brushing my teeth. But that's just me. I mean, we took it to the polls. The polls said, it was yes 41%, no 59%. So overall, nobody wants to date the secretary bird. I'm sorry.
We want to hear something wild, though. When you Google, this is true, when you Google sexy bird, secretary bird is the first result.
Maybe
Are you
this is before the secretary bird got a chance to put their face on. Like this might be a bad,
Can I say,
unapproved
though?
picture of.
Right. It's paparazzi.
No. Just because it's sexy, though, the question is, would you date this bird, not would you fuck this bird? If we were playing would you fuck this bird, well, first
That's
of all,
a
we might
game
get
that
into some trouble. And
we are
second
not
of all-
licensed to play that. Twitch is going to kick us off.
But I'm just saying the sexiness, you don't have to date everyone who's sexy,
Right.
Okay.
Right. You don't have to have
Here's
sex with
fun
every
thing,
bird
though.
you meet.
The second, that sounded like a note to yourself. The second result for sexy bird is, is it not the second result? No, I'm sorry. The next bird that we have is an Indian frogmouth. That is not one of the results. Open mic eagle. You guys shacking up or what?
It's not a chance.
Taking this bird home
Not
to
a
meet your
chance.
parents?
This bird
Aw.
looks like a flying mound of oatmeal. I would never and it's got two little raisin eyes, and I can't tell if this is a baby bird or like a grandma bird. Like this is just
No, it's
not
of age.
okay.
It's of age.
I'm
This bird's of
saying,
age.
is it? I don't know if it's young or
Okay.
old. And I don't know. Is it clean? Is it dirty? I can't tell. I'm just
That's a
the
dangerous,
more I look,
that's a
the
dangerous
more
thing to
turned
not
off
know.
I am. Yeah.
Yeah.
David, how about
Yeah.
you?
Oh, I say no because it looks like the villain from Rockadoodle.
Oh,
If you guys ever saw Rockadoodle, I watched it a lot as a kid. That bird
I only
looks
remember
like that bird.
Chanticleer.
Chanticleer. Yeah, it was great film. Check it out. But yeah, I can't do it. What about you, Giulia?
I'm dating this bird, and I'm going to tell you
Whoa.
why. Because,
Okay.
as a lady, I don't want to speak for all ladies, but often if you are a heterosexual woman, it is often known of my generation, I believe, at least my friend group, that sometimes a not traditionally attractive bird man, very funny, very, very sensitive.
Just
very
to my face, you're gonna
successful.
say that, huh?
There's a damage. This bird's been through something. Now, unlike the secretary bird who's going through something, I don't want to handle that. This bird has been through something, so they're fine.
Right.
They're making money. They have a fitted sheet on their bed. They got clean towels. They have a credit card and good credit. But there is a part of his little bird heart that needs a lovely gal or man, I don't know, to come and unlock and let
Bird
some
needs
of
a
those
shower.
childhood wounds out. Yeah. Okay. Well, sorry to say, but what is it? 52% would date. 48% no. That's pretty close. That's almost a 50-50 split.
I don't
Yeah,
understand
that's
people.
yikes. I don't either. All right. Next up. I didn't make this name up. This is what this bird is called. We have the Andean cock of the rock. And yes, it sounds like a self-appointed title, but no. Mike, would you date this cock? Giulia, would you date this cock?
I could stand a night on the town with this one. I think I'd like to get to know it a little better. If anything, just to find out whether that little light part on the front of his face is a mustache or just part of the beak. But I'm interested. I'm interested here, and I think that's enough to go on for at least
That's
one,
pretty
at
good.
least one day.
What about you, Giulia?
Nope.
No.
There's something vain. Yeah, I get a vain, conceited,
Okay.
I know I'm hot vibe. You, David?
Yes, just because, and this sounds very weird and specific, I think this bird would know where. I think this bird would turn me on to new fruits that I haven't had.
Very important.
Does that-
You should put that to your dating profile. Looking for someone
just
to
like-
turn me on to new fruits.
Yeah, I just like wants to get into jackfruit. Maybe on the bottom, put that.
Okay. Into it.
And you guys, we did split the board because the poll said 65% of people would, 35% of people not going home with that bird.
35. Again, I didn't say I wouldn't go home with it. I wouldn't
No,
date
home again and
Our
again and
final
again.
bird. I got it. Back to the nest. Our final bird, I don't want to sway anyone's opinion, but it was the most popular on Wowee's Instagram. Again, don't let that influence your answers. It is a mandarin duck, open mic eagle. Would you date this bird?
I think that this bird has a lot going on already, and it'd have a hard time like giving me the attention that I need. Like it's very clearly into itself. It can't. I mean, it can't seem to tell whether it's coming or going. It looks like its whole thing is being obsessed with confusing predators, which I understand, but it sounds like it's got damage, I've got damage. This probably wouldn't be a good situation.
Wow. Okay. David, I'm shocked by that answer.
I would for sure. The color palette alone is every jacket I've ever aspired to own. I think this bird looks relaxed. I think this bird would get me into instrumental music, which is a direction I've been trying to turn towards. I think that this bird isn't going to judge me for how much time I spend on crosswords on the app, the crossword app. Not the New York Times, but I'm working up to it. It's not everybody knows all those artists. So yeah, I think that yes, I would date this bird.
I mean, I'm in. I call the church. I'm marrying this bird. I feel it is gorgeous. It is cute. It's cute and beautiful at the same time. What a combo. What a hard combo to pull off. Very few birds or humans, me and this bird, can both pull that off. Cute and beautiful at the same time. I'm in. And 79% of Wowie's Instagram agreed with me on both of those facts, that we're both cute and beautiful and they would date this bird. 21% said no, and they can go to hell.
Well, guys, that is, and would you date this bird? Our co-host tells our guest to go to hell at the end. Beautiful.
It was very welcoming. Very, very welcoming.
You see what they're doing with these sounds to us?
It's a bad situation.
Mike, thank you so much for coming on. Guys, you can follow him on all socials at open_Mike_Eagle. His music is streaming everywhere. Make sure you go listen to it. Mike, thanks for coming on, man.
Thanks for having me. You guys are great. This
Thank
is
you.
so much fun. And I'm going to tell all my friends to come by the Flower Hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even just one is good.
That's good.
All right, bye,
Love
Mike.
Thank you. Man, I love Would You Date This Bird?
It's a fun game. It uses both halves of your brain, and that's what I like.
Yeah. Oh, wait. I guess our live stream has been rated?
Is that okay? Hey, welcome.
Villard's. We have Julian Villard's fans here. His Twitch fans are in the room with us. Julian, for anyone who doesn't know, is a fantastic musician, wonderful human being, fantastic music. Yeah, so we're glad. I guess he's going to join us at the end of the show. This is all. I'm just as shocked as you are, David.
You're killing it. Don't be scared. You're not rattled. You're in here.
Wait, I want to
killing
read. We
it.
should read some of the chat comments.
Okay.
Okay, Trev L. Steinberg said, David has convinced me more butt stuff in 2022 in regards to weed.
Or in your life in general. Here, let's bring Duchess.
Okay.
Let's bring the Dank Dutchess in for this. How about that? So we can
Okay.
we can all read comments together. Dank Dutchess, how you doing? Now I can't hear her.
Oh wait, I can't hear her now.
That's because I was muted.
Oh.
It wasn't any kind of technological issue. I was muted. My bad.
The Dank
Sorry
Dutchess,
about that.
we have so many comments. Sidework Podcast says, I resolved to never ever take another hash edible called Gargoyle Melonberry.
Oh,
That have you ever had
Very
that?
specific.
I haven't, but one of my New Year's resolutions is to actually do more edibles because I can smoke anything, but edibles make me go to bed, unfortunately. So I haven't had it.
Really?
Yeah.
I
You
got
can smoke lots of
there's this
hash, but
great
the edibles.
I can smoke hash from here till tomorrow. You know what I mean? Look, my joint's 7 grams. That's each one of them has 2 grams of hash in them. I can handle hash day in, day out. 15 to 20 milligrams of edibles, I'm gone.
Well, that's a lot of. I mean, I have 5 milligrams of edibles, so maybe you're having too many.
15 milligrams is very, very minor, honey. I mean, like, my compadres are like,
What?
I'm going to suck down 500 milligrams. You know what I mean? Yeah, 15 milligrams
Of edibles.
is pretty. And in edibles, it's pretty small. I mean, yeah.
Ooh.
Or even regular tolerance, edibles, a little bit of weed doesn't do much for me. A little bit of weed. Y'all can't hear me, huh? It's frozen. What happened? Well, y'all can't hear me, but I'm going to take pictures of my weed. Nothing. Nothing, y'all. What do you suppose happened?
Technical difficulties. Oh. All right, we're having technical difficulties. Am I still live? I see the Dank Dutchess. Okay. Hello. We had a little bit of technical difficulty. We had a little bit of technical difficulties. New media, live streams. I think we're back up and running. David, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I thought I was in the sunken place, so this is much better than what I thought was going on.
Can the Dank Dutchess hear us? Is she still with us? Maybe not. It might just be you and I.
I can't tell. I think it's just us. We've done this
could,
before, Giulia.
Yeah, we could say some of these comments. Any other comments?
Say that Colorado is the best weed. Are we allowed to say that yet?
No. What are you talking about?
I'm talking about how good the weed in Colorado is.
Have you been to the Emerald Triangle?
I have been to the Emerald Triangle. I've spent a lot of time up north, Mendo and Humboldt, and I still get great weed in Denver.
I'm sure you do, but
I don't think you are.
The reason why the industry standard for outdoor, the terroir is perfect in the Northern California, but really it's good weed all over the place. Good weed all over the place. I think that's what's happening. A little biased, it's good weed.
I hate to interrupt this debate. I don't do really well around conflict. But before we really get into it with the Dank Dutchess, especially arguing about who has the best, listen, wherever the weed is legal has the best weed. Let's just say that. So here at Flower Hour, we have a fantastic writing staff. We all happen to live nearby, except David. We had to ship him in via UPS. And we decided to hang out in my backyard.
Very roomy.
We talked shit. We got high. We tried out different kinds of cannabis in a little segment that we like to call the one hit. So let's roll that video of us in the backyard, hanging out.
Ooh.
Welcome to the One Hit, where we have a very funny panel come on and talk to us about all things cannabis.
Yeah, today's One Hit is brought to you by Pure Beauty Joints. I'm gonna smoke one, Giulia.
I think that's the point of this whole thing. We did it. We all took one
What do you want to talk about?
We did it, yeah.
Today we're going to talk about how weed works best for each of you. So first question is, what do you like to do when you're high? The people want to know.
We are the people.
All
right.
I love to be on panels.
Yeah.
You're nailing it.
Yeah,
Nice.
in public with other people smoking weed on TV. That's crazy. It's happening.
I'm a person who will like take an edible and then watch any movie where weather is the villain.
Where weather is the villain?
Twister, Day After Tomorrow.
Perfect Storm.
I hate Perfect Storm. Fuck the Perfect Storm.
What do you like to do, Carl?
I actually love doing errands.
Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Errands, because like I have no patience for them otherwise.
Yeah.
You know, so like I'm not stressed out about it. I can just be like, what do I really want from this Target? And the answer usually is everything.
Now, question.
Yeah.
When I ran into you at Target about a month ago, were you high? Because I was.
Wow.
Yes, I know you. I think I was on the way down.
Expose.
I was on the
Yeah.
way down. I also like running high, like
Yes.
working out a little bit.
Away from your problems or in general?
Both. Both. I think it's a multi-level thing, but
I mean, who are you telling?
you know what I'm saying? But I don't feel the pain of the workout as much
Yeah.
if I'm a little blazed. Yeah, and then I also, you know, I don't gotta call that family member.
All right.
You feel me?
I just like to call my stepdad and be like, Sister Studio, what is that?
Let's get into Phil Collins' discography.
In the
Stepdad.
air tonight, did the kid drown? Are you guys team indica or sativa? And if so, when do you use either or?
I would say I'm a free agent.
Okay, I like that.
You know, like
That could be balling in
it depends on
wild boy.
it depends on the day, the mood, like what I got to get done today. Like, you know, like I might have some aches and pains. Indica time. You feel me? I feel like I need to be creative. Sativa time. You know, I just want to chill out. Indica time.
Brooke?
Guys, gee, you know, first I'd like to start off saying I'm really comfortable in my own skin and don't really need substances to get through life. But when I do use something, probably indica, because I'm more anxiety, like high anxiety. Sativa gets my heart beating, so then I'm like panic attack time. So I can do sativa if I've had a little bit of alcohol, but then you all know if you do too much alcohol and keep smoking, then it's head in the toilet time. Indica is great for, that makes me giggly,
Okay.
and but I want to be at home and giggly and I'm close to a bed.
But doesn't that prove that it's like, it's about your chemistry, so it's like ridiculous to tell like even when I read weed reviews, I'm like, but that's what it did for you, but we have like a different makeup, we probably like weigh differently, eat different, like there's so many, I don't know. I'm with Carl in that I'm mostly like sativa during the day, indica at night. I do the whole like indica in the couch. And then
Yeah.
sativa, I don't have a phrase for it yet.
You can
Maybe
pull it.
somebody can write one in. Sativa, I'm gonna I might leave you because I'm full of energy.
We are going to play a game called Desert Highland. Here's the rules, you specifically.
Oh.
Because I know that you get very technical, so
I do, yeah.
I want to lay it all out.
Okay, I'm gonna have a question no matter what.
You're stranded on a desert island. All your food and water needs are met. You have all your weed needs are met. One luxury item with you on the desert island for the rest of forever. Oh,
Do you have a bed?
yes, you have a bed.
Well, because that would be a luxury
You
item.
have a
if
bed
not.
with.
Fair.
And
you
this
have a-
mattress, are we talking memory foam?
Yeah, I know my item.
Okay.
It would be a TV with all the streaming services and a remote with batteries that never die.
Well, okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
my luxury item.
Okay.
That's a good one.
I guess a phone.
A phone?
A phone.
Yeah.
Just like, because my phone will have all the streaming. I can call somebody. It's a satellite phone, you know, so it works. I guess a phone, I suppose. If all my needs are met, then like everything is, you know, then I have luxury items. Do you feel me? Like,
Wow, we're really ruining this game.
I'm sorry. Okay, so
Yeah, this sucks.
so one thing I would want like a some type of machine that gives me like endless chocolate chip cookies.
Bro,
Great.
what?
That's good. That's good.
That's luxury.
That's
Right.
good.
Okay.
And like good ones, like Levain. You feel me?
Yeah, I understand. Matt, tell us why you want your phone on the silent.
Yeah, I think everybody wants to have their phone. For me, I'm a simple boy from the Midwest, and truly, like, the height of luxury for me, like, what my immediate thought was when I thought this was, I'd love for there to be a Trader Joe's. An empty Trader Joe's, just skipping through, and it's like, I know that's not
breathing down your neck in the cheese section.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Nobody
luxury.
questioning why you have so much cookie butter.
Right, like,
What's your item?
It's probably a library.
Oh, Miss, they're gonna show off that they're smart.
I was gonna say Xanax, but
Yeah.
but then I was like, oh, batteries that don't
I'm with
die.
you, David, on this. Like, especially like books on tape at the beach,
Because if I get bored of reading a book, I'll do something. But if I get bored of watching TV, I just watch more TV. And then, you ever watch so much TV you get a headache?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's like,
Yes,
I worry that would be how I would spend a lot of my days on the island.
Yeah.
Is just with a headache because I watched like so much designing women.
Signal.
Okay.
Wow. Well, we are truly people living in 2022.
Yeah.
This game was a sad reflection.
It really bums
Yeah.
me out.
Yeah, I suppose like desert island questions maybe don't work anymore because of COVID. We all have kind of been on our own desert.
Wow.
Wow.
I feel like that's
Messes.
a great way to end this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it.
All right. Good luck out there.
Mhm.
Good luck.
Charge your phones.
Charge your phones.
If you're just tuning in, welcome to the Flower Hour. We're streaming on Twitch. We're streaming on YouTube. Say hi to us in the chat, like and subscribe. You picked a great time to tune in because we are here chatting with the Dank Dutchess. Welcome back. We had a little technical difficulty earlier, but now we're here. Your hair color is fantastic. Just want to open up with that. Just let you know how I'm feeling there. So we have a question from our chat for you.
Okay.
Okay, Claudia Tankney. What is the difference? I like the what is the difference between hash and regular Weedles? Weed, probably.
Okay.
Different
Well,
weeds.
Yeah, I think she just wants to know.
Okay. Well then.
Yeah.
No problem. Well, let's just say this. Hash is a collection of the resin on the plant. So the resin, all the things that make the plant all sticky, and when you smell it, those are the terpenes, everything like that. Hash is a collection of that. So when you're smoking hash, you're not smoking any of the plant matter. Like right now, this is a cannabis plant in front of us. These are the buds that we usually smoke when we're smoking flower. And any of the weeds, you know. But if you want to smoke hash, you can't really see it. But if you could really dial in, you'd see all these little balls all over the plant, and that's the trichomes. And as a hash maker, what I'm doing is collecting those trichomes. I happen to do it with ice and water as a water hash maker, or if I'm making rosin, that's another process. But they're all different types of ways of making hash.
Okay.
Very fair.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like we're gonna get this
So-
question a lot because it's confusing.
I mean, it's like as a hash maker, you know, you could be a farmer and grow. I was gonna go with grapes, but that's not really it. As a hash maker, what I'm doing is collecting the resin off the plant so that we can have a much more concentrated experience, because hash itself is nearly psychedelic. There it is.
Okay.
There we go.
So wait, can you give us a quick rundown of how you got into growing weed and making it solventless hash? And also for most of us wondering, what does solventless hash mean?
Okay. How I got into I got into flower growing weed 19 years ago because I was super anti-cannabis, and I was dating this guy who was super pro-cannabis and was like a 2-year war of cannabis is good, and Nancy Reagan had steered me wrong, and I was definitely on the just say no plan. So after college and such, one day the cannabis just spoke to me. And in speaking to me and saying, you should smoke me, I tried it for the first time. And I had a really black and white kind of perspective. I was a math major in college. Everything to me was really this way or that way. And cannabis gave me all the grays in between. And literally what happened is I just smoked so much weed that I didn't have any money. So we had to grow weed because I couldn't afford it. And I wasn't going to stop smoking weed. So that's really what happened 19 years ago. I grew a lot of bad weed for a long time. And then came to California. I ended up growing better weed. Weed's fine. And then came to California and met Frenchie back in 2014, Frenchie Cannoli, and really got exposed to hash for the very first time. I thought it was chocolate, but it turned out to be hash. And he gave me this opportunity to write for Weed World magazine about other hash makers and taught me how to make hash so I could write with authority. And that was a little over 7 years ago. And here I am right now. Making hash, teaching people how to make hash, but most importantly for me, growing as much weed as possible. Grow your own.
Thriving. So since it's a new year, we're wondering, did you set any growing goals for yourself for this year?
I did. I am now this year since last year, working with Homegrown Cannabis Company, and they have some cultivars that I find will make fantastic hash. And one of the things that I don't really like is to conform and do what everyone else is doing. So everyone else can have their cakes and they can have all the papayas in the world, but I'm looking to be running some new genetics that will bring different flavors of hash to the table. So that's a big thing for me, is growing something new and really maximizing what I'm doing under my LEDs. I have these great tunable LEDs, and they give me the flexibility to create a plant or help guide a plant that's going to be more ideal for hash making than it would be for flower. But these still look good. We'll still be smoking this.
Those plants, I don't know if you want to tell us anything about, those are the plants you grow. And so my husband and I, he's been growing. I feel like we have to start whispering sweet nothings to our plants like you were doing in that video. And if we want to play it again with the volume on, but you say really nice things to your plants.
I do all kinds of things. I play my steel drums for my plants as well, because it's been proven that plants respond very well to vibration. And when I'm taking the love that I have in my heart, the love that I have for playing the pen, the love that I have for the plants growing as well, I think we all resonate well together. So it's all about that vibe that you're curating. It's really up to you. All credit to the farmer.
And
and the genetics.
And I know your mantra is growing your own wellness. Can you tell us why that's important to you?
Well, we really have to divorce ourselves from the notion that someone else is going to take better care of ourselves than we will ourselves. And it's a bit of a sacred and spiritual journey to understand that we are our own healers. So the cannabis can open our minds to very many perspectives of how we see what we can bring to ourselves. And psychedelics really show us what we can do to heal ourselves. And when we grow our own, we don't have to, come down to this idea of sativa or indica, because when you go to the dispensary, a lot of times things have been named or categorized as sees fit for what's hot at the time. And there'll be times where you're like, I love an indica, and you're gonna smoke something that's really gonna set you off your rocker. And the only way you can avoid that is to really do the research to find out what's best for you and your endocannabinoid system, and then grow your own cannabis. You don't have to worry about anybody feeding it with nukes that you won't do, pesticides, or just treating it fairly poorly. And if nothing else, that energy is recycled between you and that plant, and there's really nothing like it.
Love it.
Amazing. We have a question from the chat. First question from the chat here. Ella M. Knopp says, what's the best realization or epiphany that has come to you on hash?
The best?
That's a big one.
Oh, that's interesting, because I have these Mary Jane meditations. I think the most consistent message that has come to me, with all various levels of hash, has been about the flow of life and the futility of putting a stake in the river and deciding that we're going to be buffeted by everything around us, but we're going to stay in this one position, or the idea of trying to go upstream for the sake of our ego. I think the concept that life is but a dream, very much like row, row, row your boat, and going downstream being the best course of action for us, that has been the biggest thing. And it seems so minor, but the idea of being mindful and in the moment and going with the flow and directing yourself, being accepting of what is, has been the biggest thing that I think has come to me in the last 7 years. And Hash has been the driver of that. Do I listen all the time? No. I mean, I'm trying to control shit all damn day, but I mean,
But you have been talking a lot, right, about embracing joy, and I love that so much. And I just feel like, the last few years have been such a struggle for everyone for different reasons. We're all kind of in this thing together, but it's affecting us all differently. So we're all trying to find joy. Would you say that weed is the first step in getting there? And then would the second step be roller skates? I just got a pair of roller skates, got a helmet, I got some pads. I'm ready to roll. I just want to make sure I have it in the right order. So weed, roller skates. How do we find joy?
Oh, I feel like cannabis is just a facilitator. Cannabis itself does not bring us our joy, but perhaps, wipes away some of the surface of our dirty glasses so that we can see what's available to us to find out what brings our joy. We know our joy. We forget it, unfortunately. How many times are we just like, oh man, I forgot how much I like this, or how this really used to bring the light out of me. We know what gives us our power. Now, whether we put enough emphasis into how that's going to benefit our lives and our families around us, I don't think we do that enough. I think we leave that for children, and we delight in children and their joy. But at a certain point, we somehow deny that for ourselves. And I think cannabis is really good for saying, why should you deny yourself this? You deserve this. But for me personally, I mean, a good amount of cannabis and getting not roller skates, my skateboard, which I just recently got back on my skateboard. I'm pretty happy. I
will say this too. I feel like something I've been trying to do less, or I've been more aware of, is sometimes when I'm high, and not even high, just have weed in my system. I'm not out of my mind high, and I'll say something, I'll be like, oh, that's because I'm high. And then I've been catching myself and being like, no, I'm not acting goofy only because I'm high. I am a very goofy person. It's just weed sort of gets me to be a little less self-conscious, It's just kind of that inhibition kind of comes down, and I have less of a filter, and it's it makes sense in my brain, is all I'm saying.
Yes, it's giving you permission. It's giving you permission, mask off. I mean, we just walk around all the time let me make sure I look perfect and everything is exactly how I think that they want to receive me. Cannabis allows you to just let it loose a little bit. And that's great, because then we can develop more trust.
Cannabis did this. Cannabis made me get
Crocs. I remember the last show you were you were really anti the Crocs. So I was actually pretty surprised that you came over to this
smoked
side.
Smoked enough weed. You will
get
yourself a pair of Crocs.
I tried to get her to come on over here. The water's warm. Is that a one-point joke, maybe?
Water is warm. We have another question. The Wolf 13 question for the Dank Dutchess. How did you hook up with Frenchie Cannoli? He's a legend. I don't know who that is, but I need to know more.
Well, unfortunately, Frenchie passed. So, he will always be a legend. He passed in July. The way I hooked up with Frenchie is I went to the 2014 High Times Cup in Santa Rosa, and I was taking a lot of dabs all over the place, and all the booths. I was getting royally ripped. And I saw his booth. I saw the aficionado booth, and I figured there must be the best dabs over there because the most people were over there. And when I got to the booth, I was very disappointed. Very, very disappointed to see nothing but chocolate and just all over the place. And as I walked away complaining about it, about the chocolate, little man, he says, this is not chocolate, this is hashish. And I said, but can you dab it? And he said, but of course, had a dab of that. I had a dab of it. Oh my God, I'm sorry about that noise, y'all. I had a dab of that, and I can't
It's
believe
him
it's
calling
that
from the other side.
He's probably like, Dutchess. Why did you not turn it off? Dutchess. I was like, oh my gosh, great. Okay, sorry. What ended up happening was that I saw him a month later at another conference and asked him for some coffee. It's just something super simple. Some coffee. We ended up having a couple of smokes, and he asked about write for Weed World magazine about hash, and I was great for that because I wanted to do media, but he said I needed to learn how to make hash before I could really do that. And the thing is, I didn't know who this guy was. Little French guy, funny little accent, penchant for yelling at people about the resin, but it was one of the best connections I've made. I mean, he became such an amazing friend and mentor to me in some really hard times in the last 7 years in the cannabis industry, and some really great times. So I will always miss Frenchie. I mean, if this person doesn't stop calling me.
It's got to be important.
Actually, it's about hash making. I have to make some hash, and I didn't put my DND on, and my little assistant really wants to help me, but I made it work just now. So I'm going to make some hash later after this.
Oh, awesome. I'm going to smoke some hash after this. I'm going to smoke some flower, but I'm looking to get into new stuff. That was my New Year's resolution. So maybe
but
more
you
hash
said you
this
weren't
year.
doing any dabs. You said you were not doing any dabs, and I'm horrified that you would say that. Horrified.
It knocks me too far off my pivot. I've taken many I could do it like in the evening time before bed, but it's just like when I take a dab, I'm not going to do anything other than that dab and then look out into space.
You're dabbed if you do, and you're dabbed if you don't.
I think it depends on what you're dabbing.
That might be
were
true.
dabbing-
That's fair.
Yeah, look,
God,
if you're dabbing
Davin.
some super lemon haze, you'll be like, you'll be making jokes all day long. Super lemon haze.
Well, if you give me some Rex, I'll try to I'll dip my toe back into dabbing.
Oh, some GMO,
Like I said,
papaya.
Papaya?
All right, I think we have.
I like. All right, do we have another question from the chat here?
I think we have just your question, your final question.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, Dutchess, obviously always enlightening when we hang out. Now I have some dab Rex, which is very exciting. We do have one last favor to ask of you before you go. Can you help us come up with a mantra for Flower Hour? We need a mantra that we can say that embodies who we are and what we're about. Twitch fam, feel free to throw some ideas in the chat too.
We got a new vibe. Got
new attitude.
New things.
Is
New
that
attitude.
Is
New
that a
year.
Diana Ross song?
I got a new attitude.
Yeah.
I mean, that's pretty good. But nothing simple like we get high, huh?
No. Well, I mean,
That
we
could be
do
our
get
mantra.
high. We get high?
Higher conversation.
That's what I like. That one. I like higher.
Elevated
conversation. What do you think, Giulia?
education. Elevated entertainment.
Ooh.
Elevated
Yeah.
education.
What about we get elevated? We elevate entertainment. Now I'm doing too much writing.
We elevate entertainment. You're making it. Is someone writing this down? But
I
y'all
hope
shouldn't
so.
steal it.
Yeah. If people at the if the home base, what do you call it? Ground control.
Wowee
Someone's
HQ.
got it. The Dank Dutchess, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank
you can follow the Dank
you.
Dutchess on Instagram at the Dank Dutchess. Have a fantastic rest of your day making hash. Wish we could
Thank
be there with
you.
you.
Papaya.
Papaya. Oh
See,
man.
I didn't know. I just needed some papaya. Giulia, I think we all just came up with some really fun resolutions that we will actually try and stick with, because you know what? Weed is a good thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna keep smoking. I'm gonna try roller skating. I'm gonna bring joy into my life. I think I've become a really fun person in the last hour and a half. This new year, new-ish me. Switching gears, David. Truly switching gears Do you like true crime documentaries?
I do.
Be honest.
No matter how long or repetitive I find them. The music hooks me right in, and I'm hanging on every word.
Are you high when you watch them?
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
That was competitive.
All right, well,
I'm
that
sorry.
was obvious. Well, I enjoy a good true crime documentary, and we have made one here. The staff here has made a true crime doc for Netflix. Check out this exclusive sneak peek.
Humboldt County, Emerald Triangle, weed capital of the world. Up there, they got their own laws up there.
Yeah, people are missing. Nobody's doing shit about it. You couldn't even imagine the things I've seen. They got their own laws up there.
Yeah, if you're gonna head that way, you should know they got their own law up there.
It's beautiful country up here. You know, all the tourists will come up and they'll be like, hey, where are all the laws? Nobody told them.
Yeah, me and a partner were driving up around there, standard patrol, bucket of laws in the back seat. All of a sudden we get stopped and they make us roll down the windows, take out the bucket, dump it all over the place. They say, we don't need your laws. We got our own.
Like, ain't nobody getting hurt. I mean, listen, people are definitely getting hurt.
I was dragged into the Emerald Triangle for a good 7 to 8 days. You know, I know who my captors are. I even come into contact with them from time to time in the general store.
You would say we're outlaws. And the outlaws made their own laws.
So these are the laws of anywhere else in America. Freedom of speech, speed limits, property tax. Here are the laws of Humboldt County. They don't got any. Well, they got some, but I don't know them because they won't tell me because of this.
Yeah, Fat Kenny. Good man, loved him like a brother. I'll never tell you a thing about how he died.
Laws! No laws!
They got their own laws up here. They do.
Sasquatch hates laws.
I mean, I guess if we wanted to sum everything up here, you need to know one thing.
No, don't do it. Are you gonna say that they don't have their laws?
I wasn't gonna say that, no. I was gonna say something different, totally different.
Right.
They got their own laws up here.
Hey, welcome.
It's Julian.
Welcome to Julian Villard. Thank you for all of his followers who came. Thank you for your followers who came. And we understand you have a little song for us. Nope. I get it.
do.
It's hectic.
I'm just. It is insanity here. This is my daughter. Say hi to my daughter. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
This is one of the reasons I'm so grateful that I was able to raise you guys was that I was able to continue with my actual duty today of child rearing as opposed to streaming.
Mm-hmm.
So thank you for holding the audience like a hot potato.
She does not know the topic of this show, right?
Yeah. Do you know what this show is about, Cecilia? What do you think it's about? Yes.
Elsa.
She thinks it's about Elsa.
Okay.
Yes.
That was originally the concept, so she's not wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, there is some deep level Frozen tie-ins, right? To like mind expansion and stuff. I think so. Frozen 2 is out.
Yeah. I mean,
Let's steer away from any children's content conversations. Let's get into the tune.
Well, this is a children's tune because it's the only way that I'm going to be able to engage my daughter while she's here, because she will literally not let me play for more than 30 seconds. But we'll do a verse and a chorus of this. You ready for this? You ready? You ready? ready, Cece? I'll sing with you. The snow goes night on the mountain tonight, not a footprint to be seen. The kingdom of isolation. You do by yourself, okay? I get it. The king is howling at this swirling storm inside. And heaven knows I tried. Don't let them. I know a keyword. See the good girls and don't let them in. Conceal, don't feel, don't let them know. But now they know. Let it go. Let it go.
Oh, God.
Can't hold it back anymore. Let it go. Let it go. Turn away and slam the door. I don't care what they're going to say. Let the storm rage on. I think that's all we got of that, but hey, it's a song.
Nice.
Hey.
It is.
Thank you so much, Julian.
Thank you. And Mini Julian.
I must be on Broadway.
Happy to oblige. Thank you so much.
Thanks for bringing your.
Welcome to Twitch.
Thank you.
You guys, that is our show. That is our first show on Twitch. We are going to end Flower Hour by asking, David, how did you grow today?
So many ways. I mean, I think the main thing I walked away with from today, growth, is that maybe I'm going to try a lemon haze dab. I don't know. We'll see what happens.
Wow.
Giulia, what about you?
Okay.
How did you grow?
I grew. I'm gonna go back and look at some of the Black Mirror episodes and try to figure out which one Open Mike Eagle was singing about. I'm gonna think about that a lot.
I think it was
listen,
redo. It had to be redo.
You think so? Okay, I'm gonna look it up. We're gonna be back next week with our guest Kurt Braunholer. Same flower time, same flower place. Here for the Flower Hour. Please like and subscribe on Twitch, on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram. Tweet
LinkedIn.
at me. I don't know. LinkedIn. Hire us. Thank you so much. Good night.
Good night.